Hello, Melanin Monarchy citizens. This is your Monarch here at another live entertainment event. This time, I am here at San Diego State University Viejas Arena. You guys, I am here for the first time to see Pat Benatar. You guys, I know Bryan Adams is headlining, but I am here to see Pat Benatar. You guys, I've been waiting so long to see Pat Benatar. Now, I know that she, you know, it's a dual thing. It's her and her husband. It's Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo. I understand that. They've been doing it up for years and years and years, probably almost 40 to 50 years. And this is a Bryan Adams tour, and they are partnering with Bryan Adams on this particular tour. So you guys, your Monarch is here to get down with some Pat Benatar. If you guys, you know, we are strong. You know, the dance, the 80s songs, all that good stuff. So listen, I am here for Pat Benatar to rock it out. Now I had the opportunity to either go see TLC and Shaggy in Temecula, but I've seen TLC and I did a review for them earlier this year at the Viejas Casino. Viejas Casino, yes, it's the Viejas Casino. And so I took the opportunity to come and to see Pat Benatar, Neil Giraldo, and Mr. Bryan Adams. Do it all for love. So you guys, I will let you know how this live entertainment event here at the Viejas Casino, San Diego State University. All right, doodle bit.
Many times I tried to tell you, many times I cried alone. Always I'm surprised how well my feelings to go. I wanna leave you. I've invested too much time to give you up that easy. To now complicate your mind.
Benatar. You guys, that was my first experience with Pat and Neil Giraldo. Pat Benatar, Neil Giraldo. That was my first experience with them. There was no distance in time. Pat Benatar in 2025 sound just as good as Pat Benatar in 1977, 78, 79, 1982, 1983. Pat Benatar sounds just as good as she did years and years ago, 40 something years ago, you guys. So I was like, what the heck? Why does she still sound so good at 72? She'll be 73 in January. And this woman looked good and sounds amazing. Her husband, Neil Giraldo, they've been together for like 46 years or whatnot, making music together. He still looked good. He still sounds good. He still plays amazingly. And so I was just completely enthralled with him. Now, let's go down the cast system, you guys. As Melanin Monarch, we do the CAST, the cast system: connectivity, aesthetics, sound, and temperature. Temperature was on point. The fans were out here. They were with it. A lot of the ladies here was singing their favorite Pat Benatar songs. So they were out. Let me try not to get hit by the door as people are coming out. And then for aesthetics, nothing really, big about their aesthetics. They came in very simple. It was a 4-man crew. It was Pat Benatar, her husband, a bassist, and a drummer. And that was it. They kept it simple. Now, as far as the connectivity, very low score on the connectivity. And the reason why I think that was, even though Neil did throw out picks at the end, is they were on a time crunch. They only had like 45 minutes to do their set before Bryan Adams. And so they even came out. I have never been to a show where somebody comes out early. They came out 3 minutes early. So they came out early and then they were out of here, and it looked like their people was trying to get them off the stage like quick, fast, in a hurry. So Pat Benatar and Neil, you guys can't be opening up for people and only give us 45 minutes. You really are gonna have to, give us the full hour and 15-minute show, because you could just tell it was a little bit rushed, even though they gave it their best and they wanted to give the audience, their fans, the best. Now, Pat Benatar and her husband, Neil, do a lot of shows here in Southern California, and they travel a lot. They are really good with traveling. They are really good with doing shows each and every year. So if they come anywhere near you, this is a must-see. Do not allow Neil Giraldo and Pat Benatar to come near you, even if they're 2 hours away, 3 hours away, and not go see them. This is the time for you guys to go see them, because they still have a lot. And another thing I want to say about Miss Patricia May, this chick still has rhythm. Pat Benatar can dance. She can sing. Now, she's from Brooklyn. She can dance and she can sing, and she was rocking it, hipping. And so I love it. Another thing about Neil Giraldo and Miss Pat is that they are in the legendary category because they've been around for over 40 years. Their fans are still very active, and they've made new music. From Melanin Monarchy, you can only be a part of that legend category. Legend is very different from legendary. Be a part of that legend category. If you've been around for over 40 years, your fans are still very active, and you've made new music in the past 10 years. And they've made new music, and they played their new music for us.
This life we're all in is not to be believed. Who dares the work hard to bring us to our knees? Paradise, compromise, take all the time you need. One thing I know for sure is the truth will set you free. Come on, people, put your hands out, raise your voices.
So I just enjoyed them, and I really want to dedicate this section, this part, to my good friend Carrie Peterson, who lost her mom recently. And I know that Carrie would be here at a concert like this, at a Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo concert, and because this is Carrie thing, and she sings and she sounds, reminds me a lot of Pat Benatar and a couple of other artists. But this segment is dedicated to you, Carrie. I love you, darling. And we're with you, and continue to pray for you and your family. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go back in to see Mr. Bryan Adams again. I'm going in green, never seen Bryan Adams. I'm going to see what he's all about, and I'm going to give you the honest take here at a pretty packed, almost pulled out show at the San Diego State University. Why did I just blank? Viejas Arena here in the middle of San Diego. All right, you guys, through the pip. See you in a moment with Bryan Adams.
Tonight, I'm going to sing you not only my part, but I'm going to sing, well, I'm going to attempt to sing Tina's part too. Just be kind, okay? But I ain't no Tina Turner, right? Some love. But anyway, tonight what we're going to do is we're going to play the video, and we're going to try to play along to it, and for sure we're going to screw that up, but that's okay. It's my show. One thing I want to ask you people, and that is when the video comes on, just don't laugh at my hair, okay? You're laughing already. Let's give this a go, okay, fellas? Ready? Go!
As your monarch, and on behalf of Melanin Monarchy, I need to issue an official apology. My intro video, in my intro video, I was a little bit, or maybe a lot, dismissive about this particular live event, and I was hooping and hollering about how I was so excited to see Benatar and Giraldo. I still stand by that. that was the main reason while I was here. But I need to issue an apology for just being dismissive of Mr. Adams because, baby, let me tell you, Bryan Adams from Vancouver, Canada, originally brought it. I mean, y'all, why have I been missing Bryan Adams? He brought it. First of all, I just want to say, to get a better shot of Pat Benatar, I moved where I was and I went so that I could see the full stage and try to get better shots of my antiquated camera. Then after Pat Benatar, I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go back to where I was because Bryan Adams coming on, blah, 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 blah. Well, this dude comes out right where I was sitting at, but I wasn't there. So he came out from the back, on the platform in the back. This is the second time this has happened to me, you guys, here at this arena. Maxwell did the same thing where he came on. Listen, you guys, anytime you see a platform in the back during a live event, stay near that platform, that elevated platform, because more than likely, the artist is gonna come out on that platform. Why? I kept looking at the platform and I was like, why did they leave the platform here? Maybe he just left here. Yeah, he came out right in front of where I would have been at had I stayed there, but I was being dismissive to Mr. Bryan Adams. You guys, let's do this cast system. Let's go. Connectivity, he came out on the platform in the back. He sang to all the audience that was in the back. He went around, he got off the platform, went around, did high fives to everybody, then he got up on the stage. At the end of the concert, he went back around, was doing high fives to people, got back up on the platform by himself and sang his last song, and then he went out. Connectivity, you guys. And also he had the camera on his audience. I don't know why artists miss this when they have cameras. They just put the camera on the stage. You guys need to have the venue that you're at, making sure that they shoot the audience so that the audience can see themselves. And he did a lot of that. He did a lot of audience shots. He also, this was available, you guys, these little light up things that are at concerts. My first experience with these light up things was with Brandon Lake and Phil Wickham. My kids they've already experienced this stuff. But anyway, so he had all the light up stuff for us. Aesthetics. He had videos playing. He had, just as far as their outfits were concerned, it was just a 4-man ensemble. It kept it very simple, but he did have a lot of videos, a lot of graphics and things like that on the back of him, on the back screen. Sound. This guy, like Pat Benatar, sounds just like how he did in 1987, in 1991, and he sounds the same. He just still has an amazing voice. Temperature. People they already had their Bryan Adams t-shirt on, but apparently your Monarch has been sleeping on Mr. Bryan Adams for the past 40 years. You guys, never again. Never again. Anytime Bryan Adams comes around me, I am going to make sure that I'm going to see Bryan Adams, because I forgot that Bryan Adams, I've got all the hits, all his catalog. Bryan Adams was like Mr. VH1. You guys remember VH1? Bryan Adams, Rod Stewart, John Cougar Mellencamp, maybe, Bonnie Raitt, Tina Turner. They were the tops for VH1. And Bryan Adams had so many hits. I forgot about all the Bryan Adams hits. I'm singing songs like I'm back in junior high school. Like I'm back in high school and junior high school. Listen, I can't say enough about Bryan Adams and this tour, Roll with the Punches. And then he had like a giant boxing glove floating on it looks like it was connected to some drones, and they were flying around. And so, you guys, this Bryan Adams concert, this tour was top. This is top notch. This is what it means when you're an artist. When you're an artist and you could do this, you guys take a note from Bryan Adams. That's all I have to say. Take a note from Mr. Bryan Adams. So, again, my apologies as your monarch. My apologies for being dismissive to Mr. Bryan Adams. And I will close my mouth until I have seen what I needed to see. So, all right, you guys, this was this Bryan Adams tour, Roll with the Punches, opening. Supporting act was Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo, the Giraldo duo, the family. I don't know what Pat Benatar just don't change her name to Pat Giraldo. I don't know why. We're probably saying her name wrong. Don't care. She's Polish. She's Italian. They're amazing. Yes, I apologize to Pat and Neil for saying Giraldo wrong because I was rushing. It's Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo. But Bryan Adams, the tour ends in 2026 in South Africa. So if you're any place, you're in Europe, you're wherever, Australia, South Africa, wherever he's gonna be at, don't sleep, you guys. Take out your coins and support. Go see Bryan. Just go see him. I mean, it was like he didn't even want to get off the stage. He was singing so much. Now, mind you, he's 66, 67. I'm 51. We old, and he just keep going. Again, so glad I did. I took a hiatus, you guys, for like a week or so. Wasn't gonna come. Decided to come. So glad that I got down here. All right, you guys, toodle pip. I will see you at the next live entertainment event.